What is up, people? What is up, people? This is Abraham Walker with Ask A Walker, your Northern Virginia real estate agent. Today we have a lovely home tour for you all. We are in McLean, Virginia, one of the most expensive places to live in North America. So this is a 7-bedroom, 7 full bath, 1 half bath home here. It's built by Sekas Home, and also I want to give a shout out to Billy Sampson with Sampson Properties for approving this property tour for you all. So this property was built in 2024, and as you can see in the neighborhood, there are plenty of other new construction properties mixed with some older homes. So we have 1 bedroom on the main level, and then we have 4 bedrooms on the bedroom level. We have a 6th bedroom on the 4th level, and then we have 1 more additional bedroom in the basement. The basement is a walkout, which is pretty nice. We also have a 2-car garage. Got the nice panels here, and we have a screened in portion of the deck as well. I love when we have these front porches here. It's a very nice add-on. It looks like this porch is just wide enough for a couple chairs, maybe a table. And here is your view from the front yard. All right, so now let's get inside. All right, so now we are inside, and before we begin, my name is Abraham Walker with Ask A Walker, you know, the Virginia real estate agent. This is my lovely assistant, Crystal Walker, also my wife. She's gonna be joining me on these tours, kind of pointing things out, make sure I don't forget anything, and also highlight some things that you all definitely should see.
That's right.
Excellent, and we're your tour guides for this. So we would love to help you purchase one of these gorgeous homes like this. So there is a link in the description to the Perfect Home Questionnaire. Fill out that form and we will schedule time to meet online via Zoom to answer any and all of your questions. We've been in business for 17 years and we look forward to helping you out. So with that out the way, let's start this tour. Okay, so as you can see, as soon as we walk in, we have like this very welcoming foyer area. It's almost like a hallway per se. So this first little cutout here is to your mudroom, and then you can also access the garage, and then you have the stairs going both up and down. Then straight ahead, if you make a left there, that's going to be your breakfast nook, morning room, and your kitchen area. And then to the right is going to be your family room with the fireplace. This cutout here is the dining room, and then we have this is like an office / bedroom, and this is where we're going to begin, right? So you can see how they have it staged. It's staged like an office, but there's a closet right here, a generous sized closet here, and we have a full bath, right, with the walk-in shower, nice size bench there. I like how the vanity has plenty of space on both sides. Sometimes you'll see that the vanities on these main levels are pretty small, and this room is off to the front of the property here.
Yeah, I think this actually makes a great in-law suite. If you have someone who isn't able to traverse the stairs, this would be a great bedroom for them.
I also like how they have the double doors right here. So if it is used as an office, it allows you to let a little bit more light in as you're working from home. Now, here is your dining room, which is a nice size. I like that the bump out is right here by the dining room as well. So that means that you could definitely fit a larger table. Now the one that's shown here, it's a 6 top, but you could see hopefully in this video that there's plenty of space to get an extended table, 8 top, 10 top, quite easily. And again, we have a nice little bump out here with your windows. Also, I know that somebody in the comment section said they would like me to stop swinging the camera around. I will work on that. Old habits are hard to change. I love the little railing right here to kind of signal that we are in the dining room. Really cool chandelier here. And it opens up into the living space, which is off to the back of the property as it usually is. But you can see how this living space is kind of connected to your kitchen / morning room area. And when we get over here by these doors, I'll explain your different options. But let's look at this living room space. The way they have it set up right now, so you have your fireplace there. They already gave you a nice little mantle for you to either place your flat screen TV on, or most people will mount it on the wall there. There's also a ceiling fan mount right here in the middle. So if you want to add a giant ceiling fan to kind of cool off this space, or a larger light fixture, you have that option. Also like how they have the windows flanked on both sides here. Also they've moved the windows far enough apart that if you wanted to maybe remove that mantle, put a ginormous TV right there, you could.
I find it interesting that this is the only seating area on this level. Usually they'd be like more of a formal living room and also this seating area. So you could also use that first area as a formal living room if you didn't want to use this bedroom or office.
Yes, that's a good point. All right, so as we move into the kitchen area, you have two beverage chilling stations right here. They're connected, but they hold different types of beverages. Right, so you have like the wine version, and then you have the maybe your beers and whatnot. I also like how they have the under cabinet lights, not only around the kitchen area, but they also added them right here as well. And this little breakfast nook or morning room is kind of tucked away into this little bump out area right here, which I think is really cool. Cool little spot, especially in the morning as that morning sun is coming in. So with these doors, so you have one door that leads to the unscreened in portion of your deck. And then this door here will actually take you to the screened in portion, which I think is a brilliant idea, because if you're not going to be outside at all, or if you don't want to be touched by the elements, you have that option right there. And this is a sizable outdoor space that's screened in. So you put your flat screen right there, put yourself a L-shaped couch right here, make a little natural walkway to access that door there. You even have your outlet or your ceiling fan mount up here on the wall. Also, look at how tall the ceiling height is on this porch area. We're gonna see more of the backyard when we get down to the basement level, so stay tuned for that. But while we're out here, let's just see the rest of this deck here. So another thing that's really nice about this deck is that they did add stairs to the lower level. And I noticed downstairs there's actually a gas line that comes out like right about here. So if you wanted to maybe put your gas grill along this part of the railing here, right? So you got a nice little side yard that's pretty flat. Yeah, so very nice touch there. Now let's look at this kitchen. All right, so with your U-shaped kitchen here, you have a nice amount of workspace as far as countertop space on the sides, with a generous island right here in the middle. You have your stainless steel farmhouse sink, all right? So a lot of people think that the farmhouse sink is just that white sink, but this is also the farmhouse style in stainless steel. You have your crank style windows. We learned the technical term for this. So you roll them out. That's why this screen is on the interior here. So You roll the window out, it swings open, let some fresh air in. We have a nice 6-burner KitchenAid stove here with the larger oven. And then you have your second oven there, and then this is going to be your microwave right there. We have a nice generous vent hood right there. And I always like to see like what type of corner shelving they gave us. And we have a traditional Lazy Susan over here. So you have a really nice kitchen. I love how much space there is to kind of walk around. Sometimes when they put the island in the U-shaped kitchens, they take away so much space to walk around that it's kind of tight. Okay. So you have your fridge with the freezer on the bottom here. And then you have, looks like a 3-seater island as well.
Yeah, and also I really love these beaded panels on the island. It's a nice touch.
That is a nice touch. So your pantry is right off of the kitchen. It's like a step-in pantry. They've already put shelves in for you, but you can see at the top there's enough space to go a little bit higher. And this is that hallway that I mentioned towards the beginning, right? So we have your garage there, or your mudroom to the garage, and then we have your stairs going up and down. And then here is your powder room for the main level. Right? Nice pedestal sink. And then here's your mudroom. This is a nice mudroom. I love the little cupboards up above. Very nice touch. And in addition to that, they also gave you like this double door closet system, so you could fit a ton of jackets, boots, you name it. And I like that they put us a nice little window here off to the side. Again, this is some more side yard that we'll go explore when we get to the basement. So in the garage, we have a 2-car garage. Pretty high ceiling, so you probably put one of your little storage devices up on this side. You have a plug already over here, so if you want to have like a fridge, freezer, something on the exterior, you could, and you have enough space for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, so 4 steps out of the garage. Okay, so that's everything on the main level. Let's get to the bedroom level. I'll count these stairs now. 1, 2, 15, 16. Now we're in the bedroom level, and this level has 1, 2, 3 guest bedrooms. You have a laundry room. Also, isn't it a great looking window in the stairwell? Then you have your owner suite here. You have these 2 closets here. So these are gonna be your linen closets, both for the owner's suite and your guest bedrooms, right? So placing the linen closets out in the hallway conserves space in the bedrooms themselves. Now, in your laundry room, you have a nice utility sink here, plenty of countertop space to fold clothes, side-by-side system for your washer and dryer. And I love, love, love when they have a window in the laundry room here. Look at that little silver thing right there with the window, right? I love how they have these rods right here. This is a cool touch, so you can hang your clothes. So now we're gonna go check out guest bedroom number 1 on the bedroom level, right? So huge bedroom here. You put your bed on this wall right here, and then you'd have your TV on this wall right here. I love how they have this little odd window right over here. This is cool. So we're over the garage right now. There's a generous closet, and here it's more of a step-in closet, and each bedroom has its own bathroom. Right? I'm glad they put the tub in here. I don't know why people are just getting away from tubs. Tubs are like escalators When they break down, they just turn into stairs. If you don't want to take a shower, you can always take a bath. All right, so this is guest bedroom number 2. So about the same width, about the same amount of closet space, but a different style of windows. We're off to the front of the property here. I like the space in these bedrooms. These are really nice. And so this one we have a bit of a, it's almost like a corner shower install, but it's a walk-in shower. Even though you don't have the bench in there, you can get one of those little bamboo seats if you want to sit down while you're taking a shower. That's available to you. All right, so we have one more guest bedroom before we go and check out the owner's suite. And so I would say that this bedroom here, number 3, is the smallest of the guest bedrooms. It's off to the side of the property here, but it has the larger of the closets. So that's a nice little concession there. And then the bathroom is pretty comparable to the rest of them. Now let's go check out the owner's suite. You know, before we go check out the owner's suite, I feel like they gave us a generous amount of space right here as far as our landing on the bedroom level. Now with the owner's suite, you have your bedroom as soon as you walk in, and you have this hallway which has 2 closets, and then at the end of that hallway is your bathroom. Right, so with this bedroom, you have a couple different options as far as bed placement. I would even entertain putting a bed on this wall here between these 2 windows. So then that gives you a ton of space over here for a sitting area. So sort of like what they've done right here where they put the sitting area here. I think a lot of people may disapprove of having the bed, the foot of the bed, end by the door there, or pointed to the door. That may be some feng shui problems there, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but I like this light fixture. That's gorgeous. Very nice. Another thing I like about what the builder has done is I feel like they gave us a good amount of distance between windows. That's something you want to check out when you are shopping for a custom build or a new construction home, and maybe you have a couple options. See what the distance is between these windows, because sometimes the distance between these windows force you to have your bed crowd a window or cover a window. So we have closet number 1. So this is going to be the larger of the 2 closets. I like that they already installed sort of like a custom closet setup here. Right? And then we have closet number 2. So slightly smaller, not that much, but slightly smaller. But again, you have the custom closet setup. And then we have your owner's bath. Now, in your owner's bath, you have your frameless shower, you have your command center right here. Really nice amount of width in here. And then we have my favorite, which is 2 vanities, plenty of countertop space. The only thing I wish these double vanity or these separate vanities would have is another plug right there. Comment down below if you want to see builders in Northern Virginia put 1 additional plug over there, because sure, we have our electric toothbrush over here, we have our water floss gadget here, but for the men, we have our electric shaver, we have our heated shaving cream. Like myself, I'm a little bit of a, of a diva, right? Or I think they call it a metrosexual. So I got all kind of gadgets. I want to plug them in. So really nice tub right here. You could fit an actual adult in this one, right? Right. I like how the windows are high enough to where you don't necessarily have to be concerned about privacy curtains. And also based on this elevation, you don't really have anybody really looking down at you, which is really nice. And then we have your frameless shower right here. So I actually have a client who's under contract on a tri-point home, and we were just having this debate about whether or not you should put this handheld nozzle thing by the bench, or if you should have it on this wall here. They took my advice and moved it by the bench. Now, the reason why you want to move it by the bench is because this is where, if you want to have like a little sit down, chill, relaxing shower, but you didn't want to have to throw the water on you all the way from over here, you could have your little nozzle right there, shower on your bench. This makes sense, okay? And I'm gonna definitely show this video to my clients so they could see what this setup would look like. Their home is a little bit smaller than this, but it will get the point across. Sekas Homes, thank you so much for putting the light above this tub right here. So many builders right now are just giving you a cap above this tub right here. So then you're forced, as soon as you move in, to install a light fixture if you want to take a bath. Why? Why? Now, I know in this price point, which I believe this home is like 2.5 million, you got the money, right? But maybe you want to wait to do a couple projects later on. All right, let's go see the bedroom on the 4th level before we go to the basement. I'm gonna count these stairs. 1, 2, 14, 15. Now we're on the 4th level. This level doesn't have much action going on. So we do have a closet here to the left of the landing, right? And then we have a utility room right over here. You can feel the heat in there, which is good. It's not coming out. And then we have a bedroom up here, which I will say, if I was a child living in this family, or maybe an adult child, I think I would want this room here, or maybe the bedroom in the basement, because this room is ginormous. Look at the size of this thing. Look at the size of this thing. I mean, look at all of the, you have so much potential up here as far as what you could do with the space. Another thing too, Sekas has done a great job at this bathroom with that pitch right there. So you see how they pitched, the roof pitches like this way, and so they put the shower head on this side. I've seen builders kind of get this wrong and put the shower head on the other side. So you have plenty of room up here in case you got a tall child or tall adult child. And I like the amount of countertop space here. So yeah, so that's it on this level. So let's go down to the basement. So the stairs to the basement are located right under the stairs to the bedroom level. So we have the kitchen right there, mudroom right there. I'm gonna count these stairs. 1, 2, 15, 16. Now we're on the basement level, and you have so many options here because this is a full basement. So as you come down the stairs, you have a bar to the left of you. They've also changed the flooring in here to give you like this separation of space. So we have our little beverage chilling station there. We have a GFCI switches right there, outlets. So in case you want to plug something else in, you could near the water. And yeah, with this basement, I think you have like 3 different areas. So for your flex space. So you have one area right over there, and on that wall, we have some outlets and plugs for your flat screen. I think you would have another section right here in the center that you could do whatever you want. Maybe put a pool table, ping pong table, air hockey, and then we have our 3rd section over here. Now to the back, we have an exercise room that's already kitted up with the mirrors on the wall. We have your bedroom, and then a full bathroom, and then your utility room. But before we go explore that, let's get into this backyard. Okay, let's get into this backyard. Unlike some of my peers who do property tours, I feel like those other property tours are just too fast. I want to see the house. I want to see what I'm buying. And so you can see right there, there's a window well right there. And we're gonna see that in the bedroom. So this is your backyard. So you can see that there is some flat areas, but then you have this slight incline over here. Okay, we're gonna have a little quiz here. If you can guess what these little plumbing pipes are, you get a gold star, right? And then this is the other portion of your side yard, so you can see kind of pitches down right here. Yeah, so that is the backyard. That's the backyard. I like getting back out here because if you're gonna be spending over $2 million, for some people the yard is important. Although you'd be surprised. We know people buying $2 million townhouses with no backyards. All right, so now let's go see that exercise room. I love this concept here. You got the little foam floor. You have your little old school mirrors right there. Where would you put your TV? Would you put your TV mounted over here somewhere? Right? So then we have your bedroom in the basement, and look at the size of this bad boy. This is that window well we just saw outside. So you put your bed on this wall here, TV on that wall there. You have a generous walk-in closet. So this is the seventh bedroom, seventh and final bedroom. Then we have our full bathroom with a tub, nice size vanity. And then we have our utility room, all right? So plenty of storage along this wall here. We got our gas lines here. And I wanted to point this out to you. Now this may seem trivial, but this is your battery backup system for your sump pump. I want to tell my clients who watch my videos, I hope you all purchase one of these, okay? I know we talked about it on your home inspection or even after you purchase the property. Please get one of these battery backup systems so that any event your sump pump or you lose power to the house, you don't have to worry about a flood in your basement, right? And we do have a little bit of storage over here underneath the stairs. And that is
Humidifier.
That is it. Oh, and Crystal wanted me to point out the humidifier on the air conditioning system. Thank you for that, babes. And so that is it. So again, my name is Abraham Walker and Crystal is right there. If you're looking to buy one of these homes or you're looking to sell one of these homes, there is a link in the description to the Perfect Home Questionnaire. Fill out that form and we will schedule a time to meet online via Zoom. Until next time, peace.